everybody, today I show you the 6 variants of the MP5, well, at least the most common ones, and I will explain to you, and most of all I will show you the differences in the recoil if you have a lower or higher recoil. Even if the numbers look not that much different, the outcome is very different. And you will receive lists of all the items that are needed to create all these variants. I see pretty often that players drag an MP5 into the second weapon slot when looting a dead person. That actually doesn't make much sense, because if you take out the magazine, the MP5 just reduces the size in the inventory dramatically. So most of the time it's just more clever to take out the magazines and store them in the tactical rigs or somewhere else, or just take out the ammunition from the magazines and to drop the magazines somewhere in the world. So these are the variants I will show you. The normal MP5 unmodified, then the MP5 with the Noveske muzzle brake, which reduces the recoil pretty much. Then we have the shortest variant, which is called the MP5K, and the MP5 SD, and an MP5 with the Osprey silencer, and last but not least, the MP5 with the Rotor silencer. Of course, you can also use the hybrid silencer on the MP5 with the adapter on it. But the problem is it's pretty expensive. Well, it's double price, maybe even more than double price of the other silencers. So this is the reason why we are not talking about this variant today, because it has no advantage to you except the higher cost. As you can see, the variants of the MP5 have different length. So the normal one just takes 6 slots. The shortest variant is the MP5K. The K is for the German word kurz, which means just short. And it exists exactly as this in real life from Heckler & Koch. If you take out the magazine from the MP5K, it just takes only 2 slots in your inventory, which is really awesome. If you look at the 3 variations with the silencers, you recognize that the one with the rotor silencer, this version is shorter than the others. It's just as long or as big as the normal MP5 that is unmodified. As you see, one column shorter than the others. Currently there are 2 stocks available for the MP5. One is the HKA2, the other one the HKA3 stock. According to the description, the HKA3 stock is the older version. And if you look at the properties, you will recognize that the recoil is indeed 1% lower than for the other stock. So of course the variants I will show you, they all use the A2 stock. If you want to attach a red dot or a scope or an ACOG or whatever to an MP5, you have to use one of these 2 items on top of the MP5. So either you take the B&T 3-rail mount, or you take the MFI HK Universal Low Profile Scope Mount. Wow, I love that wording. I will show you how fast you can get all the items that are needed from the flea market to create the variation with the rotor muzzle brake. So of course you go to trading and then to flea market, and just to get it easy for you, delete all the filters on top of it. And now we just quickly enter all the items that we need. First of all, of course, we need an MP5. So when the arrow aims up at behind the word price, you always see first of all the overpriced yellow items, and then the cheapest item that you can buy is listed below that. The full list for all of the items comes later in this video. So now we buy the TL99 aluminium handguard. This one is needed to attach front grips to the MP5. The next thing we buy is the 3-look threaded protector. So you see here, they look pretty much the same, but you have to be sure that you buy the threaded protector, not the thread protector. This one. Only with this one you can attach the silencers to the regular MP5. Now we buy the MFI profile mount. Next we buy the RK2 foregrip, which is the best foregrips according to the Recoil, and this is why we use this version for all of our variations in this video. So we buy the Rotor43 muzzle brake. There are different variations. We need the one for the 9x19 ammunition, that is this one here. And we buy the Holosun reflex sight because it contains a laser directly in the sight, and it's very, very cheap. So these are all the items, and now we take out the handguard and the backside and the thread protector at the front. Now we attach the handguard, we attach the threaded protector, and we attach the muzzle brake. Now we attach the MFI mount, we drag and drop the Holosun, and we attach the foregrip. And we're done. A very short variation containing a silencer, a good red dot, and if you use the correct ammunition type, it's a real beast. If you would like to save some money, you can buy the Osprey silencer instead of the Rotor. You need exactly the same parts as before, but the difference is that the MP5 gets a little bigger in your stash. So this is how it looks like. I personally like the look of the weapon now a little more, but of course that's up to you. Later in this video I show you all the variations with a specific list for each of the variations, which items you need to buy in the flea market to do what you had just have seen here, or to modify a version that I will now demonstrate in the next section of the video. So I made a test for you with all the variations we had just discussed, and I will demonstrate you, and you will see a very, very precise picture what exactly the values mean and how big the difference is on a distance of about 25 meters in-game. First of all, I will shoot all the variations with a 50 round magazine. In full auto I will not move my mouse or anything like this, I just hit the button, and this demonstrates the noise difference between a normal unsilenced or a silenced weapon in the game. Keep in mind, if somebody shoots with a silenced MP5 in Escape from Tarkov, then you will not be able to hear the shots fired at a distance of about roughly 100 meters. You will hear the impact sounds, of course, but not the shots itself. What you can see now is that the first shot is a lot deeper than all the other shots when firing full auto. So as I said, I did not move the mouse. This is just what happens when you don't change the position of your gun. So you see, first shot is alone, and all the others are what the recoil values basically make out of your weapon. So now you can see on this image very clear that the MP5K, this version is basically, you have to say, absolutely useless at a distance of more than a few meters in the game. You will not be able to hit anybody with more than a few rounds when you shoot full auto on a distance of 50 meters. You see also that the MP5 SD is definitely the gun with the best recoil. So even if that variation does not use a foregrip, the recoil is definitely the lowest one, significantly lower than the others, and so this is the gun that gives you the most impact exactly there where you want to have it. And the best part is the MP5 SD is not much more expensive than any of the modified variations of the MP5. So if you buy it via the flea market from another player, it's very likely that you get it at the same price as a modified MP5, but the recoil then is better. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you liked it. However, I would be happy if you give me a thumbs up in YouTube, if you subscribe to my channel, but most of all, please leave comments what I should do different in the next videos or which kind of videos you would like to see next time. So I wish you fun in this game, but most of all, kill many of the other players and try to survive. I mean, that's what the game is about. Have fun!
Wo ist er? Wisst ihr wo?
Keine Ahnung. Drüben wahrscheinlich Felze.
Ja,
Gehe ich auch von aus.
Spieler,
Wo? An der Felze.
ganz rechts am Wasser. Zwei Leute.
Ich habe leider keine Sicht.
Ich auch nicht.
Beide Minus?